Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charlie, and welcome to Builders of Greece, a new game that just came out in early access today. If you're watching this video on the time of release anyway, link in the description. I'll tell you more. We are going to put on our builder hat, I guess, and try to design our own ancient Greece. Does it sound fun? I think so. Let's go ahead and hit start. Scenarios are an option that you guys could do, but I'm going to go sandbox because I want to be able to spread my wings and fly. But not very far because this is an early access title and there's a lot of development left to go. So keep that in mind when you're watching this video. But one of those things, there's only one island to choose from right now, and that's Rocky Island. Filled to the brim with raw materials, the island is notable for its extensive coastline and significant hills. Filled to the brim with raw materials sounds like it's more of an easy mode thing, but that's fine. It's our first run, and hey, it's our only option, so we have to choose it. I'm going to go with more hints just in case. First time playing a game through, never know. I have spent a few hours with this game already, so I am a little bit more aware of how things work than a blind playthrough, and hopefully that's evident as we proceed. So, this island is our starting location. We can start anywhere we want. This is as far out as I can zoom, by the way. As much as I'd love to zoom out more, I can't. So, we can tilt the camera down. It's about all I can do for you. So, I'm thinking... we want to start, we have one building, okay? And that is the Agora. The Agora is the heart of the Polis where the life of all residents unfolds. It houses the treasury, serves as the main storage, it serves as shelter for the homeless. It's the heart of the city, okay? I know a little bit of Greek history, culture, whatever, like a very small amount. If you are Greek, I apologize in advance for anything I mess up, especially the language and the words, because... ugh, it's a hard language for me. Anyway, so we are going to look at placing this building, and I think at the top of a hill seems great. We're going to have all the wealthy people, all the big buildings and wealthy people are going to live up here. I think that's a good idea. So we're going to say that the Agora is located, I think this little hill right here seems pretty good. Now, normally I would look around the map a little bit more for resources first, but since I've already had a couple of hours with it, I already know where they are. So we're going to go based on that. I'm going to put this right here. Or here. Let's go here. All right. Quick pause of the game to give you a tour on how it works, okay? At the top, of course, we have all of our resources and everything. We'll be accustomed to those things. We can also, cool, unique feature in this game, you can also, it's not really unique, is it? It's a good feature to have, I guess. We can choose what we track, okay, and where we track it. So I'm going to just track everything we have available to us. Eventually, there's going to be a lot more resources in this list as we level up. But for now, we have just this. I do wish that this was expandable so that I could have 2 rows here. There's plenty of screen space for that. And it would be really nice to be able to track 2 rows of resources up here. So I don't have to click this just to see what I have for quantities. Because eventually, we're going to get to the point where this is full. And then we're adding new resources. And we want to track those now, right? So you'll see what I mean later if we... decide to continue playing this game. Please let me know in the comments if you like what you see. We have a clay pit right there. We have a clay pit right there. We have a clay pit over here. And there's one down over here. That's a lot of clay. Plenty of clay for us to make all the ceramics we're going to want to make in the future. All right. So a little bit of history on Greek culture here, on things. These are drachmas. All right. Same name for ancient currency as modern currency, basically. We start with 5,000 of them. There's like 4 main, like major social classes through Athenian society. The lowest of the low was referred to as Thetis. And these guys are the 4th down. They hold no political offices whatsoever, but everyone votes. So they have a vote, and that's good. They are the equivalent, their income is measured in something called medimnoi. Or medimnos as a singular, medimnoi plural. And what that is basically a unit of measurement in which it's measured, your income or your production is equivalent to a certain amount of liters of dry food grain. And it's measured in medimnoi. So a single medimnos is roughly between 50 and 75 liters of dry food grain, depending on where you were from. Different places in Greece measured that differently. I consider that kind of like the ancient day equivalent to, how far does $100,000 a year get you in, middle of Michigan versus in the middle of Los Angeles, right? So you have to earn more to be a higher social class if you're if it's a more expensive place to live, that kind of thing. All right, we have 4 main production buildings on what we can produce. We have woodcutters' houses, which I'm just going to place anywhere over here. That's probably fine. Somewhere close by would be better, but eventually we're going to want to expand. I'm going to put it over here for now. I don't think we're going to build right here for a little while, so I'm going to put it right there. And you can see it's 100%. Right there, right? And I can probably put it over here too. Let's put another one over here. We're gonna move these buildings eventually anyway. They're not gonna stay here, but we're just gonna put them over here for now, since I'm gonna plan on building over here first. I think, just making that decision now. Now let's put a road from the middle or from the center of the agora here. We're gonna put a road straight down to the water. I think that seems like a nice straight road to kind of base our entire civilization on. Yeah, right there. And we're gonna get down about this far. I want to put in fishermen's huts, so we're gonna have those be, I guess, right there. And I'm probably gonna want 2, but I think we'll add a second when it becomes evident that we need to. Okay, that's fine. And so this fisherman's hut will go about there. Okay, that's good. Next, we're gonna want to have lots of stone. Stone is going to be used heavily, especially in the early game, to build lots of things. So we have a limited quantity of stone on the island, so eventually you do run out. But you have 300 stone right here, and we'll go like that for the first building. Right, I can't click there. Is it obstructed? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I must have been obstructed. And then over here, you can see that we have these different deposits, and it's with however many deposits are in range is what this building can access. So if you can, get the 300, right? So I'm going to put it right about here. Now, these buildings are going to complain that there's no warehouses and stuff nearby eventually if I put them too far away. You don't need roads to these buildings. Roads are good for high traffic routes that involve a lot of people walking and moving around a lot, but you don't need to make roads everywhere. It does cost money to make the roads. It's cheap, 1 drachma per square, and there's no maintenance cost. But all these buildings require maintenance, okay? So you can see that currently I'm losing 42 drachmas on my upkeep here for every day. I think it goes by day. I don't remember how the interval is, but so that's our upkeep for everything. There's also an army upkeep cost, but we're not into military just yet. Probably won't get there this video either. But so how do we get money, right? Well, you get money by collecting taxes, of course. So I'm going to put a road out about there. We're going to go out that far for now. And I'm going to have this road go straight out that direction there. All right, so I'm going to start my own little residential neighborhood over here. And I want to leave room for other buildings and stuff in the future. I'm not sure what we're going to place here, but like I know there's other buildings and stuff that we'll be unlocking throughout the course of the play. If we continue playing, that is. It's up to you guys. I think I'm going to have houses start. Let's say we use the warehouse as an example of where a big building would be footprint wise, and we can go ahead and double that. So 1, let's get 1, and then we go 2, and so we would have the houses start right about here. That's the that's just on the other side of that tree right there. That's fine. Okay, so we'll have this house start right here, right here. Okay, so that's the first house. And then we have the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Oh, I can almost get that house there. Maybe something smaller I can do. Or maybe I can just put it on the end like this. That'll be acceptable. Yeah, actually, that's pretty cool, actually. Like that. We could go one more in. Now you pay to build the houses. You do not get refunded if you destroy them. So you can't just go through this willy-nilly. You don't get your money back. So place things intentionally, basically. And that's kind of why I'm looking at making this in the future, right? I want to leave space for other things in the future, and that's kind of why I'm doing it that way. Let's add some more houses over here. 1, 2. Oh, maybe not. Come on. 2, 3, 4. All right, and then over here on this side we go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend all my money on houses, but that's a good thing ish, because these guys of course are paying taxes. Now, you're going to see these icons that are appearing above these houses. What do these icons mean? These icons signify that these houses are too far away from a shopping area to get the supplies that they need. And that means, of course, they're too far away from the agora, basically. They can't get all the way over there and reliably get what they want. So what we can do, once we let it run for a little while, because we need our population to grow in order to unlock new buildings, we can add a marketplace. And I intend to add a marketplace right over here that is going to satisfy the needs for these guys, okay? But when we get to 80 Thetis, we'll be able to... and there's like a lot of people disappointed, right? When we get to 80 Thetis, we'll be able to remove this disappointment from their hearts and minds. It'll be great. I need to have a warehouse over here to help with the fisherman's hut. So I'm going to place a warehouse right here. And there's some Anno influences in the game. Like I said before, there's a little bit of Anno influences if you're interested in Anno. How it works, as far as I can tell anyway, how it works is if a resource can make it to a warehouse, then it's accessible by all the other warehouses, just kind of like Anno's stuff is. And also, warehouses are your logistics engine of your entire civilization. So people will come out of here. In this case, there's 10 workers here. People will come out of the warehouse and move things around for everybody. So we're going to get people heading down over here to work in the fisherman's area. And we will eventually get people living closer to where they work. They won't have to walk so far to get what they want eventually. But for now, I wanted the initial houses to be up at the top of the hill. Okay, we now have 80 Thetis. So, and a positive balance, all very good things. So now what we want to do is we can unlock new production type buildings, which is going to enable us to, work different industries and hopefully make people happy. The first thing I want to do to make people happy is give them a place to shop. So in order to do that, I need 8 stone. I'm down on stone. You're going to use it. You're going to use a lot of resources in this game. We can definitely speed up the collection of resources through here if we add roads. And I think for this part, it's probably a good idea to add a road just because these guys are moving a lot. And then also to help in gathering all these resources, I am going to put a warehouse at the corner over here. I think I'm going to put one right here as a way to just sort of have some sort of logistics engine again to move resources around and to get them to deposit it into the warehouses so that we have it faster. Okay, that's what I'm going for here. So we have fishing. That's great. Now that we have 80 Thetis, we've unlocked new types of collection. So I'm going to grab the clay pit. And all we need to do is get in range of one of these clay deposits. So that counts. And we get 100% of it from that right there. So we'll go there. And then I also want this road to go back like this. You know what? We can go on this side. I don't think there'll be anything detrimental from going on this side. So we'll just go like there. And that's going to put the clay pit in range of the warehouse as well. And we should now have stone being built up. Let's remove the disappointment from our citizens by getting a marketplace put in right over here. I'm going to leave a little bit of room because decorations are also a thing that we want to have. So I'm going to leave room by going like that. And we'll go about like that. And then this road will end up going down that hill, which is going to be pretty cool. Decorations are a thing we're going to want to do. And there are decorations in the game here that will help with being pleasing to the eye, if you will, right? So a pair of decorative columns is right here. There's a fountain right here. And they have like a small size. They're not very large. So if I wanted, I could put, for example, a fountain right here. And as people come up to see this, they'll see the fountain. Yeah. Just something there, you know? These pair of decorative columns are also pretty interesting. I do kind of wish that I could put a path between them and have people walk underneath them. I think that would be pretty nice. This here is a little weird just having them just be here. Like I would love to have a little space here and have a path built into this, like almost like an archway. I think that'd be really nice. So anyway, you have a lot of these little decorative things that you can do. Purple flowers right here on this side. And we can add these decorations as we go. So it's not a waste to leave a space between certain buildings and stuff. You can always fill it with decorations and make your place seem really nice that way. Now, let's talk about citizen needs because there's an Anno element to this as well. I'm gonna kind of compare some of these elements to Anno quite a bit. these are our citizens, and they each have a requirement to level up. They have a happiness requirement as well as like a resource requirement to upgrade these houses into higher level houses to get higher level citizens, right? And each time you do that, those citizens want more and more things. At the moment, Thetis only want fish and wine. And right now, they're being fully supplied by that stuff because we started with that stuff. But we are going to run out. In fact, we already have. We have no more wine left. So now that need is going to stop being satisfied soon. 2 ways to help that out. The first way is with trade, which we can't get to. The second way is to make it ourselves. So we're going to want to, we have the clay pit already. That's good. We're going to want to make wine. In order to make wine, we need grapes and ceramics. So we're not making either one of those things right now. We need to do that. To make ceramics, you need the clay. That's why I've started to collect the clay. So ceramics workshop. We need to start working on ceramics. I'm going to place this right next to the warehouse, I think. So we're going to go with, yeah, we'll go like this. We'll go 1 ceramics workshop there. And then let's put another one like that. And then this road can kind of go between them like that. So we'll have a road that heads down this way too. These 2 ceramics workshops will be able to produce a lot of ceramics for us, hopefully. I am going to also go ahead and connect this clay pit to our wonderful, glorious home here. And that clay pit will then work as well. We'll have to have this road come up a little bit, and we'll come and bring it over. Not sure where it's going to get brought over. I think for now that far is fine, and then they can walk the rest of the distance there if they really want to. Let's put a warehouse in over like that. It should be close enough. We'll put it at the top of the hill. Let's say right here. So that's close enough for this clay pit. Did I get in the way of marble? I think I might have gotten in the way of marble here. I might want to move this. It's not stone. Oh, there is some stone to work here, though. I can get 200 stone from this area, too. That's not too bad. If I go at the top of the hill, can I get the 200 if I go up here? Oh, yes. Yes, I can get the 200 from one spot up here. I saw it. There's the spot where it'll let me get 200. Man, I thought there was. Right there. Oh, it's... I can't place it there. Yeah, I can't place it there. Okay, so we'll have the 200 at the bottom of the hill. It's fine. So we'll go like this, and then we also want this to wrap around and connect to that road there too. So that's going to provide a warehouse for all those resources, okay? So hopefully we can keep up with stone fast enough to where we can, build out our civilization here. So the next thing is I want to start, I think, farming a little bit. So to make the wine, we need grapes. And the grape plantation... It shows a gray highlight here. The farms do not need to be this big. So you'll see they're not going to be this big. So I'm going to say the farms start. I want like houses and stuff through here too. So let's say have the farms start over here. And we'll bring it up right up against the wall here to start. So we'll have 1 farm there, let's say. And then we'll have to figure out where the fields are going to be. Now, the fields, I can place them, but... they're going to dry out really fast because we need to give this access to water. All these things are very dry. It's a very dry place, even though it's an island like this. And there's lots of trees and vegetation, but apparently it's very dry. So, they're pine trees, right? They can survive. Some of them are. Some of these are poplar. Anyway, we're going to want to say that we need this building here. This is the Noria. It's a water wheel used for irrigating the fields. And so this is going to allow people to keep their fields watered, but we have to place it kind of strategically because it has to be in the circle range here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm place the fields. They'll dry out quickly, like I said, but if we place the Noria quickly, it won't matter much. So that's 4 fields. We'll go 5, and then let's go 6 like that. Okay, that's the 6 fields. Now we're going to get our Noria, and we're going to place this kind of where it covers every field. So somewhere over like this. Right there, it covers every field. So we're going to place that there. That's going to give water to these fields and allow them to flourish all the time. Now we have an area where we can farm and be in range of this Noria. And unfortunately, we're going to waste a little bit of it because I'm so close to the wall, but that's okay. It's fine. There's so much land to work with here. It won't be a big deal. So we're going to add another grape plantation right behind or right next to this one. Yep, right next to this one. And then we're going to place the fields here. So this field can go, we can start on that side right there. And then we can have another one right here next to it, one right next to it there. That's 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So we're surrounding this thing, right? Which is nice. And then I could do one more. I don't need this much, but I can do one more. I can also start more fields over here. As long as I'm in range of that, they will flourish. For now, 2 is fine. I think I'm satisfied with the 2 that we have. So I'm going to make a road that comes out. And I'm not entirely sure where that road's going to have to be. Let's go there with the road, I guess, for now. And that should leave it to be in range of the warehouse, I think. But as we, yeah, so this is just outside of there. So I'm not going to farm here. So I can put a warehouse right up next to this too, because we'll probably be producing a lot of stuff in this area as well. So why don't we actually put a warehouse right here? And then I'll have this go back. And then this will, like, when we start to mine the marble and the stone and stuff, I don't know if this is just stone. Yeah. There's marble somewhere. Maybe it's these bigger ones. You can't see it until you unlock the stack. This right here. This is marble. Okay. So it's significantly bigger than the stone. Okay, cool. All right. We need meat because we're running out of meat too. So let's go ahead and get our Hunter's Lodge. Hunter's Lodge works really fast, so I haven't bothered to build it yet, but we'll get it done now. So we'll put the Hunter's Lodge right here. And then just extend this out a little bit. That should be in range of the warehouse. Yeah. So awesome. All right. Everything is kind of in place now to have the basics of our civilization ready to go. Aside from the winery, we're not making the winery yet. And we also don't have a way to make tools. And the buildings we're going to be building we're going to need tools. Okay. Let's bring this road down here like I can. Another thing that's going to make people happy, because they're kind of indifferent right now. We want them to be very happy, okay? If I give them wine, of course, that will help. One of the buildings that's going to help us give them wine is a service building called Lesh. Which, again, I can't... I have no idea if that's how you say it. Maybe it's Leshe. Leshe. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go with Lesh. This is basically a bar and like a tavern. And it's going to, be able to service all the people that are in the area. And I'm going to put this, I think, right on the edge over here. Because that way I can expand this out and have it all be in range. Yeah, I want that house to be involved too. That house is in a tricky spot. It's gonna be like the one house that can't have it. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be the one house that can't have it. I'm gonna put this right behind the marketplace. All right, so all these guys can be happy now. Yay! They can go over here and they can relax in the Lesh. It's like a bar or just a place to be leisurely and hang out. Converse with people. No big deal. You know what? We'll have another one over here, and I'll make sure you're in range at that point, okay? Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine, buddy. Let's have the houses go here, and I can't put one right here, but I can put decorations, so that'll be fine. So let's have this house. Honestly, this house is just in a bad spot, I probably shouldn't be trying to do that. But, we have, like I said, we have decorations. We can make this happen. Bull statue. This is 5 drachmas for this bull statue. Okay, you can have it, as you're going home, you'll see the bull, That looks pretty cool. And then we have the fountain already, and then there's a little flower bed we can put in. If I move this road out one, I'd be able to have this like line with flower beds on the side. I could always do it on this side too. We'll look at it. It's not that important right now. I haven't really played with decorations because I had early preview access to this game, the full game, not just the demo that was there, and the decorations didn't exist, so there wasn't any decorations in the game. So this is the first time you and I, like, this video right now is the first time I've seen what options there were for decorations. So it'll be interesting to play around with those things later, I think. All right, we have 827 drachmas left. We have a positive balance of 50, which is great, but we are still 43 workers short of what we need for making sure that we have workers for everything. I'm gonna start adding like a little neighborhood over here. I think this is a good spot for it. So let's add a little bit of space. We can kind of see how big those buildings are. I'm gonna add a little space and say right about here. Let's go right about here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip it over. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8 houses down here. Leave a space. Yeah. Leave a space. 9, 10 houses down here. 183 drachmas left. And then finally, we're going to want to add a marketplace over here. It requires 250. So I'm just going to have to wait for the money to come in. Let's hold off on the walking path. We want to give them a place to shop. Otherwise, it's a really bad deal. We don't want to do that. So let's let the game run a little bit here until I get a little bit more cash. And then we can proceed with having more people who live closer to where they work also. It's always nice to live close to where you work, right? You can see we're also keeping up on ceramics right now, which is fantastic. Good to see. When we get a little more grapes in stock, I'll go ahead and pop the winery so we can start making wine again. There we go. We have the money. So let's go ahead and put in the marketplace. I was going to put it right here, but I'm actually thinking let's see. Like I want to put it further back in here so that people can, let's figure out where this road's going to be. So right about there is where the road's going to be. To bring that road all the way out to this far and then in front of this. Yeah. So the marketplace can be right over here. We'll say right there. That puts the marketplace close enough for all these guys to shop. Okay, cool. We can build walking paths and stuff later when the money starts rolling in. But the last thing I need to place is the winery. This requires 150 drachmas. And that's what we need to get people to be really happy with their reality. And we could put the winery like right over here near this, I guess. Yeah. We could just put it right there. It's fine. So people who are making wine, they'll be right next to the warehouse, which is right next to where the grapes are. And we'll start accumulating a supply of wine, which will make everybody happy again. They can start having this filled up. And when they're happy, if you can give them their needs and get them really happy to the point where, like, you know, they have many, many needs met, you could raise taxes. And there's also research and stuff that you can do. At the top right, you might have noticed there's some icons up here. There's a population panel where we can see what our population currently is and how it's growing and our economy, which is a pretty basic look at it, but we can, you know, go in depth, I guess, maybe later on the production tab. You can kind of go in depth and are you growing or are you losing meat overall, or are you rising in supply? So it looks like we are overall losing meat. I don't know if that's because people are catching up because we were short on it for a while, or if we really do need 2 hunting lodges. Just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and add another hunting lodge. It's fine. We'll put another hunting lodge. Let's say right over here is fine. And now, with the hunting lodge in, I might be able to see that we're able to produce more than we're using. So you can kind of see the difference between what we're consuming and what people are consuming and what we are producing. There you go. You can see the differences through there. But there's these other tabs that are inaccessible. We can't see the economy panel yet. We can't see the faith panel yet. And we can't see the technology panel yet. Well, the technology panel is accessible by technology buildings being in your civilization. And those technology buildings, well, they require some smarter citizens, all right? They require just better people, obviously, because they have more money. Building upgrade right here. Costs 400 drachmas, 10 wood, 15 stone. We click this button on the Agra, and our civilization just leveled up. So now the Agra looks like this. And that looks really nice, doesn't it? But it also means we're going to get access to other buildings, namely here, which is the Sophist's house. Now, to get the Sophists, you need to have... I'm going to butcher this, and I'm sorry, Greek people. It's either Zugte, Zugatai, one of those things. Okay, I'm gonna shorten it, call it Zoogs, because I don't want to mess it up. But you need 30 of those guys. You need 30 Zoogs to get the Sophist house, and the Sophist house is what's needed for people to start accumulating their knowledge and sharing their knowledge with others. So we need to look at that. We also now gained access to the lumber mill as a building we can build. And so if we're overproducing wood, we can go in and turn some of that into lumber. Right now, our wood production is 17. We're not consuming any because it's mostly a building resource. So we can start consuming some by putting a lumber mill down over here somewhere. I'm going to put it... it doesn't really matter where it is. So I think for now we'll just stick it over here. It's just a place that's over near where all this stuff is, okay? It's fine. People will work it out. And if I want to track that, again, I can add it over here. We have a lot of resources now to work with here. There's tin, there's copper, you have weapons to produce, flour, bread, olives, oil lamps, olive oil. Love how that worked. Bronze, and also robes and stuff and linens. All right, we're going to need to produce beer because that's the kind of stuff they need. But the Zugate, you gain them by making everybody happy. So these guys now want beer. Everybody wants beer now. The Thetis want beer. If you click this button, though, when their happiness is up, you can get a higher class of citizen. And here's a life hack for you, at least unless they fixed it. I don't know. It could possibly be still a thing. All you got to do is lower taxes a little bit, makes them happy, and then you can click the button. So lower taxes, and then you can do this. But at the moment, it doesn't look like that's the thing. Oh, there it is. Yep. Now they're really happy, and I can click this button as long as I have 2 planks. So we'll go back to normal taxes for now because I don't want to bankrupt my republic. But as soon as we have some planks and we can make that happen, lower the taxes really quick, upgrade them, raise their taxes again. That's a little hack that does kind of work. It's I kind of feel like there should be a meaningful delay in happiness. If devs, if you happen to be watching and you don't want people to do that, maybe that's part of the thing that you're allowing. I don't know. But if you're like, hey, that's kind of cheating, well, then you can fix it. You have the power of code, don't you? So what you can do, what I would do anyway, to fix it if it were me, if you don't want that to be a thing, is I'd just make it to where there's a meaningful delay in happiness gain or decline based on taxes. So raising taxes would be an immediate decrease in happiness. Lowering taxes, maybe it takes a day or two. And the happiness slowly works its way up from, where it was. And that way I can't do it immediately. And I have to take the pay hit. I have to take the taxation hit in my coffers before they're happy enough to upgrade them, right? So that time delay allows those taxes to be paid or not, in this case, not paid in that case. So I think it's one way to work it out. Let's put in so go back to service buildings. I want to have one of these down here too for all these guys. So we'll put this right near the marketplace. Do I want this down here? I'm not going to have anybody. I really should put it up here, right? Because we're going to have more houses up this way. And look at that the house on the end. You're going to be hit by this one. Oh, yay. There you go. All right. Boom. There's your place to be happy and relax. Okay. So, are we tracking? Let's track the planks right here. We have now 2 planks. That means I can upgrade 1 house. Perfect. It'll be this one right here near the bowl. This is what we're going to upgrade first. Okay, so can't upgrade it yet. Need to be happier. Drop it down and click it again. Upgrade it and then restore the taxes by clicking another one of these houses. This is a taxation not just for this house, but for this social class, Thetis, their whole taxation. So you can basically manipulate the taxes for each individual class by just clicking on one of their houses. So this is a Zugate house. Zugate. I don't know how you say it. If you're Greek, forgive me. Like I said, it's a hard word to pronounce. But these guys, not only do they want fish, meat, wine, but they also want beer. And they also, I'm going to lower their taxes to make them happier here. They also want oil lamps and robes. There's lots of things that they want. All right. Now, if I can get to 15 of these guys, I think it was 15. Was it 15 or 30? It might have been 30. 30. I think it was 15 in the earlier access version I had for myself, but it's 30 this time. So if I can get 30 of these guys, I can get the Sophist house, and that unlocks our tech tree. Being able to get research, and there's a pretty decent tech tree in the game. I'm looking forward to showing it to you one day. I think I need another winery to help really. I think our wine is not being made in sufficient enough quantities for me, not for my liking anyway. So we're gonna add another winery right there. We have 21 additional workers, so hey, treasure discovery. On one of the construction sites, cries of joy echoed as the workers unearthed a valuable treasure, most likely remnants of an ancient inhabitant of these lands. We can either transfer it to the treasury or show our generosity by distributing the precious items to the citizens. Oh, we're totally placing it in our treasury. Absolutely. The citizens, what are they going to do with it? They're going to drink it away. No thanks. Let's add economic value to our entire republic and make them even more happy with their increased wealth over time by having a much stronger backbone of our economy later on. Yeah. Failed to save game due to an internal game error. Internal game error? That doesn't sound good. Can I save? Save. I have a lot. My stuff I was messing around with before. All of the stuff is corrupted. And I actually recorded 2 videos for this game already. And when the early access released, all of my saves were corrupted. Made me real sad. Made me real sad. Looks like the game has been saved successfully though, so I'm not going to lose it. Yay. All right, so I think, let's see. Should we get this road connected now? Bring this all the way down and connect that up. It's mostly superficial. We don't need it, but hey, now if anybody is trying to walk this way, they can. We need more workers. It means we need more people. So let's get more people here. Here. We're going to leave this gap here is for like production buildings and stuff. This is going to be like our main street where we do all of our production and stuff like that. Let's go and put a house here and here. And then we'll put another one like this, this, and this. And then on this side, we will go. Ooh. I can't fit that. Interesting. I went a little bit too... Aw. I was hoping to do this. To have one house here and then have this path wrap around. But that's not going to happen. Because that marketplace is a little bit too close. Well, shoot. Oh, I can do it here, though. I guess that's not so bad. Yeah, we can do it here. Like that. So this path will go this way, wrap around this way, and then wrap around this way is kind of what I was hoping for. This is the back side of the houses anyway. We don't need them to be there. Yeah, so we're just going to have like a little decoration area basically right here, which is fine. We can go and put in like, I wish there were more. A fire brazier. There you go. Put one of those right there. Would love to actually see fire. I realize it's a really low priority for development, so it's like no big deal. But I would love to eventually see these things be animated and light up and then have a day-night cycle where we can really see things lit up later. Huh? That'd be nice. All sorts of things you could do in the future with this game. So let's get a few more Zoogs. We can now do this without manipulating the taxation because we have what it takes to do that. And I believe this will be enough to get to our 50 for sure. So... as soon as we... oh, it was 30, wasn't it? Well, we have more than we needed then. Where is it? Right here. Yep, Sophist house. So, it's, again, it's a little research building kind of thing. We're going to stick it right here on the end for now. And now that we've placed the Sophist house, we now have access to our tech tree. So, what I want to start with here is wheat cultivation, because wheat cultivation is going to unlock a lot of stuff for us, including the brewery. That's going to allow us to start making beer. I like beer, and apparently so does my citizens because all of them want it. So wheat cultivation is going to go first. After that, I'm going to grab maritime trade. I do wish you could queue up research. I think there's plenty of room to do that in the game. I hope they decide to develop it. It would be really nice. You could see a research queue maybe right here in the technology tree. You have this little tech points income part right here. Would be a really nice thing to do. It's just to say, you know, have like these little icons appear right here. And like queue up to, let's say, up to 10 at once or something. It's kind of an arbitrary number, but just like be able to queue up a bunch of them would be a really good idea. Another way to do it would just put little numbers. So like this could be the one that's like highlighted in gold right now because it's working. Like it's kind of like similar to how this has a border, and then just put like a 1 or 2, 3, etc. so that I can visually see which ones are queued up, and then like a right click to cancel. That kind of thing would be really good. Okay, so. We're going to start expanding our population. That means we're going to need more beer. We're going to need more wine. And I need to also farm a lot more over on this side. So why don't we get a farming area, a more proper farming area going over here. I'm thinking it can bring a road. Well, for now, we'll bring the road out like that, I guess. But we're going to turn this into like a farm area, and they'll probably have more houses and stuff over here as we get the stone and more clay and all sorts of stuff that can be over on that side. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with our progress, let me tell you. We got a good amount of people, and those people are over what we have for workplaces. We have Zugate, and we have more than we need, which is good. As we begin to build out other structures and get to new tiers with our research, we'll have the Zugate go to work, and they'll be able to work at other buildings, like making linens for textiles and making robes and things like that. Starting medicine. We're going to need to provide healthcare for all of our people, and medicine is a big thing, especially in this time period. It takes place, I want to say the time period of the game, if you're curious, is somewhere between probably 500 BCE to 350 BCE, something like that, right? Like it's right around that time period where there was this massive plague. Basically, and everyone died. Like not everyone, but like thousands and thousands of people died. Like 25% of their population was wiped out. So there's a lot of stuff that happened during that time period. Maybe we'll have a plague in our civilization. Who knows? I have no idea if that's going to be factored into the game or not. We'll get a few more because we can. It's nice to have Zugate because they pay more taxes, right? So the Zugate currently have lower taxes, but as we produce more beer for them, as we start getting more beer and start providing more things that they need, like even more wine to be good, their happiness will start to go up. And even with their taxes at low, they pay more. So 384 from this house, right? These guys at low taxes pay 584. So even if you lower their tax rate, they still pay higher quantities, like raw money per citizen, right? Per capita tax income, which is very realistic, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty realistic indeed. So we'll have more houses come down here, and again, just getting more and more tax dollars as we can. Which direction do the houses go here? Did I put I put it this way, right? For the road? Didn't I put the road right here? I can put a road here, but I can't put a building here. That's got to be where the road is. That's where the road is. Yeah. So we'll go there, 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 and there, and then there, and then there. Perfect. And then this road can come down this way, down this way, yeah, and then all the way across to there. Expanding our wonderful civilization even further. All right, we're probably going to need more stone soon. I'm at 76 though, so I guess we're fine. Yeah, we're fine on that. Our warehouses can also be upgraded now, and they will be able to have more people working at them to move things around. That's really all it does. To my knowledge, it doesn't increase the storage capacity. That's done through research later, as far as I'm aware. So with wheat cultivation done, I'm going to start maritime trade. That's going to unlock the harbor so we can start actually making trades. We're going to need to do that because we have no way of making tools. So once we run out of tools, we can't build any building that requires tools. And from this point on, unless it's a really basic thing like a stone quarry and stuff, pretty much everything needs tools. So we're going to start using them. Yeah, the autosaves don't seem to be working. That's pretty wild. I'm sure that'll get fixed. I'm playing this right as it released on early access now. So, and I didn't have any problems with autosaves before. So it's kind of interesting that that's a thing. Everyone who lives in this area is covered by that. So that's great. There's no way to upgrade this. So you can also see on every building what the raw input is and what their export or output is. So in this case, wine in, happiness out. And that's apparently that's what a person who's happy looks like. He looks peaceful. Eyes closed. If you didn't know, that's what a happy person looks like. Winery right here. We have grapes and ceramics in, and then wine out. Because you have to have a vessel to put it in. You can't just make the grapes, right? So we now have access to the wheat farm. Same deal here. Through these little things here, but I am gonna separate the fields a little bit. I think it's good form. A little bit of role play never hurt nobody, right? So we're gonna separate the fields a little bit, and what we'll do is go about here with it. I think that's the wheat field right there. And then what we'll do is we're gonna have the wheat farms. They're gonna go, and again, we have to provide water to these, so I'll have to figure that out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then we're gonna want to go one more. I'm gonna need a lot of wheat. Oh, but I'm out of planks. All right, then we need to focus on the water instead. So Noria is gonna be over here, and it's gonna be, I think right about there would be fine. It gives me, there's a little bit of crossover there. I don't need it, so we'll go about here, right? Oh, see, they're already dying. That's how fast they die. It's fast. It's real fast, but you can always pause the game too, so that's not a big deal. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they cost money to build all these. So you want to pause because again, I have to pay to reinstall each and every one of these. It ain't good. So we'll pause really quick. Yep, and then we'll take our Noria, whatever it's called, and this is in range of those fields. It does work and it doesn't overlap as much. So what I'm trying to avoid is all the overlap. So right there. That should provide water to everybody. And then I can make fields go all the way around that thing. Cool. If I have any tools remaining, which I have 3 planks, I need 4 in order to make this. So I guess I'll just wait until I have 4. Anything else I want to track up here? We're going to start getting into meds pretty quick. So why don't we go ahead and have herbs tracked? And I think after that, I'll probably get into linens and clothing. But I think I'll track the robes. If I make the linens, the robes will come with it, right? So we'll just track that instead. Wheat farm. Let's put you right over here on this side. Actually, ooh. Yeah, I mean, I could put it right here, but that's doable. I mean, again, I'm trying to keep a space between the fields so that they're not crowding each other, but no, this is fine. Right here, I think right here will work just fine. So there. And then, again, the road comes that way. And then I think this warehouse is close enough. Yeah, they can get to the wheat fields. That's good. And then we'll go ahead and add the fields again. We want to go here. Now, this is not in range of the water. Ooh, you're messing with my Zen thing, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll have another wheat field on the other side. 1, 2, 3. So when we do future wheat fields, they'll be over here, and then we can farm them over here on this side. Because we're going to need a lot of wheat. Because not only do we use wheat for making beer, which is the next item up for bids. It's in tier 2 for the production buildings. We go to tier 2, and we have a mill to make flour. Flour makes bread. So bread is more complicated. There's 3 steps to it. Beer is just grow the wheat and then provide ceramics. So I guess that's the other step, but it's not like you're waiting for the middle tier. You have raw resource, produces something, combine those 2 things into brewery. You know, I guess the combination of the fact that they've been produced is your 3rd step, but it's not really the same as taking wheat, having to wait for the mill, and then having bread. But bread doesn't need any ceramics, so there's that. The thing is, though, nobody wants bread right now, okay? What even is bread? I don't even know. Nobody wants bread. What they want is beer, which is, I mean, because they're sensible people, of course. Research is done for the harbor. Let's go ahead and click that Sophist building. You can also just click this, but I'm back and forth, man. We have enough stone, so I don't need to be more efficient with my stone extraction. However, actually, so here's the thing. Stone is a finite resource. So what I should do probably is be more efficient with it. I'm going to go to textiles first, but I should be more efficient with it. What I can do since we are full on stone, I don't believe I can store anymore. Yeah, we're completely full on stone. We can shut these down because, again, from my experience with it, they continue to produce the stone even when you are full. And as far as I can tell, that stone disappears into nothingness. It's just gone. And I don't know. I don't think there's a reason to do that. So I'm going to pause all the stone quarries for now. Wood is an infinite resource. Let it keep running. That's fine. Although if I pause one of them, those workers will go somewhere else. So at least there's that. Looks like I'm going to be out of fish here. So let's go ahead and get more fish as well. I'm going to go ahead and get another fisherman's hut here and maybe one more there. We can start to get a lot more fish. It's a good thing that way because we let's just do it this way. That looks pretty good. We can get more fish now because we now also have unlocked the harbor. That will allow us to start maritime trade, and that's fantastic because we can also sell any excess products that we're producing. So I'm gonna place the harbor right here, and this harbor enables trade. So what we're gonna do with trade is we're gonna add stone. I actually don't want to sell stone because, again, as far as I can tell, it's a finite resource. Maybe it's not later on, but from what I can tell, it is. We're gonna want ceramics in here, wood in here. We'll go ahead and add clay. Basically anything that's produced in infinite, we're gonna add that. And what we're gonna do is sell any quantity above a certain amount. So in this case, we'll sell everything above 60, let's say. I'm pretty sure the boat was right there. We just sold all of it. I sold everything except the food. I have no ceramics left. It's fine. We'll make more. I want to sell all quantity, not above 0, but above 60, let's say. We'll keep 60 in stock. Same thing with the grapes. We want to keep like maybe 60 in stock. And it just allows us to not waste those supplies. Okay. For stone, here's what I might do. We'll sell all above, let's say... It's just because I don't want to... The problem is, like, I don't want to waste the stone on the map, but it also kind of doesn't matter. There's probably so much stone that it will never use it all. That may be the way it is. Let's sell all above 70. If we ever get above 70 stone, I'll let you sell that, just so we're not completely wasting it. Fish will be the same thing. We're going to go ahead and buy... Let's pause before that ship takes everything. We're going to go ahead and sell fish if it's above, let's say, yeah, 65 or so. You might as well add wine to this too. If we ever get above 70 wine, sell the wine too. Okay, so that's going to let us, again, we're going to go in for maritime trade. And just like that, we're up to over 10,000 drachmas. Oh yeah, isn't that great? We need 120 zoogs in order to upgrade this building again. So let's go ahead and just start. Oh, I don't have tools. Right, so tools is the entire reason for wanting this. That's the only thing I left undone. Tools, this is what we buy. So essentially, we're trading all this stuff for the sake of wanting to buy tools. And I'm going to start by, let's go ahead and get like up to 30 tools. If we're ever below 30, I want you to buy up to that. So that's going to be 1,000 drachma right there. And then, of course, we want to upgrade all their houses and stuff so that we're getting more and more citizens. Of course, as we add new Zug population, we also decrease our Thetis population. So we have to constantly be expanding housing and stuff as we go, because we're not just adding new people, we're upgrading existing people, moving them from one social class to another. We're pretty low on wood now, aren't we? How'd that happen? It's almost like oh, I know how it happened. I sold all of it at the harbor. Yeah. All right. 30 tools is what we've got now. Perfect. Let's go ahead and upgrade you and you and you and you and you. Oh, almost out of planks. We can wait. That might be enough to get us over that mark we need to be on. So we've got textiles done. Let's go ahead and get efficient stone extraction running. Probably want medicine instead. But again, there's no way to cancel. Once you select something, that's what they're focused on. So again, I would love to be able to take researches down, cancel researches, whatever, pause it, whatever. I can't pause either. I guess there's no reason to. but there's no way to switch once you've selected. So would love a queue, and that queue, of course, would allow us to also be flexible that way too. It'd be great. And have it save progress too. I always hate it when you get like 20% done, and if you switch research, you have to start over. I haven't seen a game in a while that's done that, but it does. Those games do exist, and I always hated it when that happens because it feels like I just wasted so much time. So it's like, oh, we just forgot what we learned before. Maybe they're just that. Maybe they're just that bad. They just forgot it already. Let's go like this. Yeah, we'll add these houses down like so. We just want to add more people, and it's like a city grid. Okay, this is new. What is this? Okay, so the plague is here. Okay, they have sicknesses. We should have went for herbs. I'm gonna leave this video here. Nice cliffhanger. If you like this game, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more, we can totally make more. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. They're even on the top of the hill. Wow, they are just... I think I'm gonna lose a whole bunch of people now. Take care. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.